Singapore, the Republic is embarking on a new approach to tackling climate change. By designating the year 2018 as its year of climate action, Singapore wants to raise awareness among people through campaigns, in hopes that it would spur them to act. Minister for the Environment and Water Resources Mausagus Zulkifli announced this at an international climate change conference in Bonn, Germany, earlier this week. This approach is considerably softer than Singapore's current suite of regulatory strategies, which affect mainly industries. Amendments to the Energy Conservation Act, for example, slaps harsher punishments on large polluters for being energy inefficient. But the soft touch is crucial, especially when it comes to changing mindsets. Climate change is a topic that is heavily politicized and debated in countries such as the United States. But many Singaporeans appear apathetic about it, even against a backdrop of increasingly frequent and more extreme weather events, which scientists say is symptomatic of climate change. For instance, this year's pre-budget feedback conducted by Government Feedback Unit (REACH) showed that issues such as family support, job security and employment prospects were topics that gripped the nation's attention instead. That is not to say that Singaporeans are totally unaware about climate change, though. In 2013, the National Climate Change Secretariat did a public perception survey of 1,000 respondents. It showed that about 7 in 10 people were concerned about climate change. The trick, then, is to narrow the gap between awareness and action. The way to do this, says Mississippi Pamela Lowe from the Singapore Youth for Climate Action, is to get people to feel confident and empowered that they can make a difference to climate change. Climate change refers to the human-induced warming of the earth, due to deforestation and the excessive consumption of resources that results in the production of heat-trapping greenhouse gases. It may appear daunting and inexorable to many people, but the fact is that every individual can play a part, by simply reducing the amount of resources they use. The Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources would not be drawn to reveal details on the types of outreach activities that would be conducted next year, saying only that it would work with a range of stakeholders on the topic. But non-governmental groups such as the Singapore Youth for Climate Action and the Singapore Environment Council, SEC, already have some ideas, ranging from campaigns to talks in schools. However, Ms. Noor Last-Rina Hamid, co-founder of the Singapore Youth for Climate Action, believes there is room for something bolder. With regard to the tactics employed in Singapore so far, I think most have been keeping it mild by organizing talks, workshops, or online campaigns. I think there are opportunities to expand this to other forms of tactics or forum theater, or mass street action. The citizen action on climate change can be a bit more engaging and entertaining to the larger crowd, she told the Straits Times. Indeed, conventional campaigns, such as the Earth Hour campaign by the Worldwide Fund for Nature, have been ongoing in Singapore for years.